We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello, in this video lecture, we are going to learn about 1-point perspective view, 2-point perspective view and 3-point perspective view. Here, 1, 2 and 3 points are related to vanishing point. If there is one vanishing point in our perspective view, it's 1-point perspective view. If there are 2 vanishing points, it's a 2-point perspective view. If there are 3 vanishing points, it's a 3-point perspective view. Now, what's the vanishing point? The sets of parallel lines. Consider any cubical element. Like here I'm going to consider a book. Consider this as a length. Length, 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 a length. This length, these 2 lines or a set of these 4 lines are never going to meet because it's a parallel line. It's a set of parallel lines. Consider another set, width, 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 and width. This is the second set of parallel lines. Consider the height, 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 and height. This is the third set of parallel lines. So, for any cubical element, we are getting 3 sets of parallel lines. We know that they remain always parallel and these lines are never going to meet. But in a perspective view, it look alike that the set of parallel lines look alike as a set of non-parallel lines and that are merging in a point. And that merging point or a converging point is known as vanishing point. Let's discuss it in a detail. Consider a cube. So here it's a cube. As we know, it has 3 sets of parallel lines like lengthwise, widthwise, and heightwise. Consider that the line coming out from this side. Consider this side first. These lines are meeting at a point. Consider it as a length. And one set of non-parallel lines is going to merge in this point. So now this is 1-point perspective view because it's a single vanishing point over here. That the 4 lines are meeting at a point that is known as vanishing point. And in this figure, it's a 1 vanishing point only. So it's a 1-point perspective view. Now consider the width. And suppose this line coming from the width side are meeting in this point. So this is second set of non-parallel lines that are meeting at a point. So it's a second vanishing point. So now in this figure, there are two vanishing points. So it's a 2-point perspective. And consider the third set of parallel lines, like height-wise. Suppose that all the projection from this set are merging in a point over here. So all the three sets of non-parallel line are meeting at three different vanishing points. So there are three vanishing points here. So it's a 3-point perspective view. So this is a basic difference between 1-point, 2-point and 3-point perspective view. Let me show you some other example related to 1-point, 2-point and 3-point perspective view. First of all, see the main difference. There are three images. Look at the first image. Here, only one vanishing point is there. So it's a single point perspective. In the right side figure, there are two vanishing points. So it's a 2-point perspective view. Look at the bottom figure. It's a worm's eye view and a bird's eye view. Worm is at a ground level and looking at the object that is very above, and bird is looking downward side. So it's a worm eye view and bird's eye view. And in both the eye views, there are three vanishing points. So it's a 3-point perspective view. This is the main basic difference between 1-point, 2-point and 3-point perspective. Now, consider a street view like this. So, if we are going to consider a street view like this, this is the example of 1-point perspective view. You can see there are lots of houses in a row. Okay, there suppose there is a considerable length of houses. Okay, there are length of houses, and you can see that not even houses, even the road, that is also going to meet at 1 point. So this is the 1-point perspective view. So if you are going to walk in a street and looking at a lengthwise, then it's a 1-point perspective view. Now suppose you are at the corner of any street and you can look a building like this. Means you can see both the street, both the sides. You can see the length also and the width also. Consider two sides, lengthwise and widthwise. You can see in both the direction, and height is minor here, but considerable length is there and considerable width is there. So lengthwise projection and widthwise projections are going to meet at two different points. So this is the example of 2-point perspective view. Now consider that that same corner and look above like this. If you are looking at any high-rise building or a skyscraper from a bottom or from a ground, it will look like this. You can see here that if they are going to drag a projection from the height or all the corners from the building, it will going to merge in the point. Okay, so here in 3-point perspective view, the lengthwise dimensions, projections, widthwise projections and height-wise projection, all the projections are going to meet at three different vanishing points. So it's the example for 3-point vanishing point, 3-point perspective view. So it was all about 1-point, 2-point and 3-point perspective view. Thank you.